What's going on, people? Welcome to GFX Kapture. In today's video I'm going to show you how you can make an animation in After Effects, something like this, all on a single text layer. No plugins needed, anything else. So first thing first, create a new composition, 1920 by 1080. Next, come here and create a new text. What I will do is that I will just create a single layer of text with all the dots. Once you've done that, come over here to the text layer and in the animate, click on the play button and select scale. Now as you can see, the anchor point is at the bottom of these dots. Okay, so what I would like to do is to put them in the middle of these dots. For that, go to more options and in the grouping and alignment, change the position so that the anchor point just goes into sort of the middle of these dots here. Okay, I think that should be enough. And keep the fill and stroke to per character palette. Okay, so once you've done the alignment in the anchor point, you come down here to the scale and I'm gonna make it into 0. And for the range selector, I don't actually need this. What I do need, however, is the wiggly selector. Okay, so you come down here and now you have some animation going on. So if you play it briefly, that's how it's going to look like. You can leave it like that. It's still looking good, not bad, but I think we can do a lot more with it. One thing is I just want to change the background because I don't actually like the black background for this. Okay. Bring it underneath. Yeah. So we have nice background with some animation going on. Okay, go into Wiggly Selector now. And at the bottom when you see Lock Dimensions, switch that to off. Again. So now everything is round shape. Okay, so it's getting better. Next, I want to make the correlation to as low as possible, so that they change their shape randomly. Okay, if you want it in sequence, put the correlation to high, like 90% or 85%, something like that. Okay, I'm just gonna put it to 0 and see how it works. Okay, so this is just changing everything at random now, which is good, which is quite good. Next, go to Effects and Presets and search for something called Echo. Okay, drop it on the text layer. And because it's all one layer, one text layer actually, we can do a lot more things with it. Okay, so when you play it, you probably won't see much difference here after adding this, but bear with me, you will see the difference in a few seconds. Okay. And in the effect controls of the echo, go to 0.5. I think I will do that. Okay, so it's looking, yeah, better than before. Go back to Effects and Presets and search for Set Matte. Drop it again on your text layer and leave the rest to what the default is and just click on the Invert Matte. Okay, so it will change all of your dots or your full stops into like a circle shapes. Okay, there we go. It's looking much better. Looking much better. Okay, go back to Effects and Presets and search for Simple Choker. Okay, this is optional and I'm gonna set this to about 2.0, or you can play around with it, see what's best for you depending on what you have here and on the text layer. If I change it to 2.5, yeah, it can make a difference as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at 2.5. Now here is when we actually add some more colors to it, to our composition. So what you do is go to select the text layer, go to Animate, and go to Fill Color and RGB. Whoa, straight away you can see that there is a different color. Okay, so now you can select any color that you want. Okay, you can choose, I'm just going to choose this one for now. Now, you may ask the question, what if I want to add more colors to it? Yes, you can. The answer is yes, you can. How do you do this? Come to range selector and put this to about, I don't know, something like 20%. Okay, so 20% of all of this will be this color that you have selected. Also go to advanced, where's advanced? There we go. And set to randomize order is on. That should be on. So on random, you actually have this color that you have selected. It will come up. Okay. And you can duplicate this. What I'm going to do is actually call this or color if you want. Okay. And just simply Control D it, so you duplicate this, go in here, and I'm gonna give it another name. Press enter to change the name, and let's call this as red. Okay, and I'm gonna change that to red. There we go. So 20% of all the text layer is now red. And you can do the same. You go to the range selector, go to advanced, and just make sure that the randomize order is actually selected. Okay, so you can play around with it basically. I'm just gonna actually add a few more colors to it. Simply just go into Control D to duplicate it, go into it, change the color, and for this one I'm gonna put it to something like I don't know, purple would be good, or maybe let's call it yellow. Yeah. Okay, and again you can actually change the percentage for this as well. So for yellow, I will change that to 30%. Okay, and the randomize should be on because we just copied and pasted the top one, the red one, and which is the case. So yeah, we're good, and I'm just gonna call it, press enter to change the name, yellow. Okay, and do Control D again, change the color, this time I'll go for something like purple. Okay, so you now basically have purple, white, yellow, green, and any other color that you want. Okay, so when we play the animation, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, that is fairly good. That is really good. There's one more thing that we can do. You notice that the speed is actually quite fast. And in some situations, if you're using this for your like a relaxing music or some relaxing introduction or a smooth and slow introduction to something, you can actually change the speed of. So how to do that? Let's have a look. Put this up, pause the animation. So for that, you come up to the first animator that we were using, and if you look in here, the wiggles per second is, I think by default it's set to 2. What you can do is put it to either 1 or maybe 0.5 or 0.75, whatever you want. 0.75 I think is going to be very slow. Yeah, I think it is very slow. We'll just add it to maybe 1.25 or something like that. Let's try. Yep, I think that's better. Even just to make it a bit more slow, 1.0. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. So this is all it for this tutorial. I hope you liked the video. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.